So now we're on day 2 of staying up at Sperry Chalet. And before we went up, I had decided to knit Janet and I pretty much matching sets of the Grow Your Own Way mitts and hats by Kino Knits. I wanted to give Janet a set and keep one for myself. The yarn is from the cat lady from her Perfect Sock Advent minis and Knit Pick Stroll in fingering white. I also made a pair of mitts for Carmen, who helped drive us up because we needed to drop a car off so that Janet and I would have a way to do the loop and get back home to the car. I really enjoyed knitting these sets. I tried really hard to make white the dominant color, and I did find someone who gave some advice on how to do that. And I think they turned out really well. Okay, I think I'm calming down. It's day 2. Janet and I are headed up to Sperry Glacier. It's 4 miles up. I can't remember the altitude change, but I'll put it down. We just got halted on the trail by 2 grizzly bears, which I will show you. So my heart's still pounding a little bit. Janet's fine. She's like, yeah, everything's good.
A grizzly bear. You see them every day here.
Yeah, they'll just move along. And they did, but yeah. Okay, we're up to the glacier. It's overcast, but it's warm out.
Yeah.
It feels pretty good.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. All right.
It actually just reminded me that I forgot the bear spray in my pack.
Is it bear spray?
On my pack, I gotta go back and get it.
Some Grizzly.
Yeah, looks like it.
They're eating something there. Digging away. Yeah, nothing like a little bear action to get your adrenaline going.
I think we should sit and have our drinks out here.
Hey!
After.
Tim and I did this hike 9 years ago. We weren't able to see the glacier. It was too overcast. It had snowed the night before we went up, and there was just too many low clouds up there. We couldn't see it. I'm really got my fingers crossed for today for Janet and I. So again, that red circle is where Sperry Chalet is located. The red line is where we hiked in, the 14.5 miles. That black line at the end of it leading up is the trail to the glacier. What is that thing we're crossing?
A ladder. Oh, no, maybe it's a ramp. I don't think it's a ladder. Not looking away.
Yeah. Endless waterfalls. This is the color you see of rocks in Glacier National Park. The green and then the kind of pink maroon. I'm not sure what causes this color, but I will look it up when I get home and let you guys know. Yeah. So this would probably be a good time to talk about mountain goats. They shed their coats in the springtime by rubbing themselves against rocks and trees. The males have longer horns and beards as compared to the females. The females are known to be territorial and more prone to fighting and being aggressive. The females also form loose-knit nursery groups of up to 50 animals, whereas the males are solitary. Their horns don't shed like the antlers of elk, deer, and moose. It continues to grow. And like the rings on a tree, it indicates what the age of the goat is. The large females are considered to be highly respected, and they always get the best of the feeding and sleeping spots in the group. Mountain goats are herbivores. They eat grass, herbs, sedges, ferns, mosses, lichens, twigs, and leaves. This is just where we saw the goats walking a couple minutes ago. And there's the trail we just came up. Oh, and ibuprofen. I've taken that twice since we've been up here. I think it helps. Just FYI. So, Sperry Chalet is behind us, right in the middle. Get over here, Janet, and you can see it. Yeah, right there. It is so nice.
There it is.
Yeah. It is so nice to be able to take our time today on this hike. Because Janet managed to get 2 nights up here. Otherwise, we would have been doing what yesterday was a 14.5 mile hike. I kept telling myself it was 13.5. We would have had to do that today in order to come up and see the glacier and then hike home the 6 mile downhill route. So we're just taking our time and enjoying ourselves. Yesterday, I ran out of camera battery. Luckily, I brought rechargers from my daughter Vanessa, but otherwise, I would have taken pictures of us to show how thrilled we were when we finally saw that chateau, right? Or the chateau, the chalet. We were like, that's how I felt. It was really nice. We can look back here and see the chalet kind of across this big valley. It's pretty cool. So much here for you. Okay, Sherry's going to back down.
Oh, he went the other way. Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, come back here. I'll comb you.
Got quite the view if he turned around. He's seen it. You're right. He's over it. Male mountain goats are about 3.5 feet or 1 meter tall and 5.5 feet or 1 and 6 meters long. They range from Alaska through Canada to the U.S. Rocky Mountains. They can jump 12 feet or 3.6 meters in one leap. They weigh from 100 to 300 pounds. There are approximately 100,000 mountain goats in North America. They were certainly well represented at Sperry this time. I loved seeing them.
Now those rocks are going to be slippery.
Yeah.
Yes, it has. That's why I feel inspired to use the little box. "9 years ago, when Kim and I did this hike, we were past this point, but we heard this boulder drop right onto the trail. It made a huge smack. And I had to wear up my shirt I bought from the You're Gonna Die Out There podcast because we could have died out there. That was crazy.
itchy head. See him scratching his head in the bushes?
Oh.
The horses would do that if you stood still.
Really?
When you took off their head stalls after a ride, they'd scratch their heads on you.
You can come over here so Janet can comb you.
Yes, come.
Look at all that wonderful fur on you. Not fur, hair. Wow.
That's a good goat.
There they go.
Oh, you got an itchy head too now?
Oh, more rubbing.
Or could that be a scent marking kind of thing?
Ooh.
Like a cat does.
Baby mountain goats play a game called King of the Hill, where the kids try to push one another off a rock. The baby mountain goats learn about their habitat from their mothers and by playing with other kids too. The mountain goat is not the same genus as a pure goat. They are more related to antelope, gazelle, and cattle, even though they share a lot of similarities with sheep and goats. Bye-bye. Oh, pooping.
A parting shot for you.
Parting shot. That's exactly right, Janet. Yes, I'm discussing my nemesis. In that little cleft in the rock is a staircase we have to climb up to get to where the glacier is. It's called Camo Pass, and it's a very, very steep staircase. When Kim and I did this 9 years ago, and we climbed this staircase, it was covered with ice and snow. I can tell you it's a little bit better when it's mostly dry, but it's so steep.
Yeah. It's an honest-to-God staircase.
It's an honest-to-God staircase. It's an honest-to-God nasty staircase. It goes up way too steeply. At least you have a cord to hang on to. And I know I can do it. Yes, we made it to the glacier. Sperry Glacier was named after Dr. Lyman Sperry. He taught at Oberlin College in Ohio and Carleton College in Minnesota. He was a medical doctor. He wrote multiple books on marriage and health. He also traveled the country giving lectures at colleges and YMCA facilities on sanitary science. His strong public speaking and persuasion skills likely played a role in his lobbying efforts for Glacier National Park status. He arrived in what is now Glacier National Park in 1895, planning to explore the area and purchase land as an investment. He organized a party to explore the area, and he discovered Avalanche Lake and the glacier that now bears his name. Eventually, he decided that public access to the park should be a priority. To attract visitors to the park, in 1902, he worked out an agreement with James J. Hill, the president of the Great Northern Railroad, in which Sperry would recruit students from the University of Minnesota to build trails to the glacier without wages, but with the benefit of spending the summer in the mountains. And Hill would arrange for their transportation and accommodations. The trail to Sperry Glacier was completed in 1903, and much of that trail remains today in the national park.
We made it. Woohoo! I'm finishing my lunch.
We are Montana women.
I made it up that staircase, and we can see the glacier, which is right behind me. And if it wasn't smoky, we can tell there'd be a lot more mountains you could see in the distance, but it's still gorgeous. I'm so glad we came up. It's really, really, really pretty. It's just stunning. Yep. This is the worst shit ever right here. Holy crap.
Let me give you Amazon Prime.
Oh, hey, that looked really super in the video.
That's right, you push the button before you leave, don't you?
Yes, I had to.
I'll try to remember
Super
that.
graceful, right there. Oh, I'm on the heel, that's right. Okay.
I think I could find you a rock to put on your pattern to hold it in place.
I don't need to. I'm on the heel.
Oh, okay.
I'm past the point where I have to pay attention to that. Okay. Yeah. This feels good.
Are you asking too much for another goat photo bomb?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, if you don't get a bear photo bomb, okay. Yeah, see what's behind her. A bear photo bomb.
That would be exciting.
That would be something.
Sun.
Yeah. Just got my adrenaline down to normal levels after the staircase.
Oh, gee.
Made
That was a little hairy.
Wasn't it? That's quite the staircase,
Yeah.
right? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, and Janet's working on her hand-dyed yarn.
Yes. Knit Picks Felici, I think. It was blank, bald, what do they call it? Undyed. How's that?
Oh, I can't remember either.
Dyed with Kool-Aid, my first attempt. It was fun. This is the finished
Yeah, I need to take a close
results.
look at that. Let me do that. I'll get a nice close-up of that. We can really see it really well. Let's see. And so you took, you took different colors, different flavors of Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, lemon, lime, cherry, grape, blueberry, some kind of blue, and orange.
It's bear yarn. That's what they call it. B-A-R-E.
Bear, yes.
B-A-R-E. And then you took a fork.
I took a fork, dipped it in the powdered Kool-Aid, and poked the wet yarn, just not soaking wet, but not wrung dry either.
Okay.
Poked it around, poked it around, poked it around, and flipped the yarn, flipped and poked the other side.
You got a good result.
Yeah.
I think it's really pretty.
Worked well.
And then you microwaved it.
Microwaved it for 2 minutes. That sets the dye. If the water that pools in the bottom is clear, it means the dye is all absorbed by the yarn and it's not just floating around. And you're done.
I think it looks great.
Pull it out carefully, let it dry.
And you're going to make a pair of socks.
Yep,
Nice.
this will be a sock.
Nice. I was kind of surprised on the way up here yesterday to the chalet. We ran across quite a few people on that trail.
Yes.
And we would chat with them if they were interested. But 2 or 3 times we told them where we were headed, and there were some raised eyebrows.
Long day.
Yeah, like, whoa, long day for you guys. It's like, well, I guess, yeah, but people do it. Yeah, like Janet said, it was kind of making us nervous to keep hearing that. Long day for you guys.
And yet we didn't run into anybody else that was
No.
going all the way.
I thought there'd be other people coming
Yeah,
up
me too.
on that trail. But a lot of the people that are staying at the
Chalet.
thank you. I don't know why I keep trying to say chateau. Chalet seem to be leaving today, have left today. So there should be a pretty new group when we get back today. There's a woolly marmot hanging around here. Maybe he'll photobomb us at some point. So I filled up Eva's filterable water bottle yesterday at Gunsight Lake, kind of right out of the lake. And you know me, I was a little worried it was going to make me sick.
The filter apparently works.
But the filter works. I'm still fine today. So thank goodness. Yeah. That was nice. So I guess on some, well, the Appalachian Trail. That's how you say it, right? Appalachian, not Appalachian, like I tried.
I used to say Appalachian.
Whatever it is. I guess people pick trail names for themselves.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Janet has dubbed us Grace because of my fall, and Analog, or Ann, because she hates digital cameras so much. She's been fighting her GoPro. There's been a lot of cussing on the GoPro.
Yes, there has. A little less cussing today.
Yep.
We've almost reached an understanding.
They do take a while to get used to, I'll tell you that.
My goodness.
I'm still not completely used to mine. But hers has a lot more features. Mine's a knockoff, so it doesn't have near as many features as hers does. So she's got a lot more stuff to go through and figure out and fight. Chewing on, huh? You making yourself a little hole? He says, mind your own business, lady. Janet and I shared a Tanqueray and tonic. The rest of the alcohol I packed back down. We only felt like the one drink. This is a popular spot for people to overlook, sit down and overlook. It makes me nervous, but whatever. Janet and I did some more knitting after we got back. And the final dinner was Thanksgiving. There was also, both nights we were up there, we attended the coffee hour from 8:30 to 9:30. You could go to the dining hall and you could play games or cards or just sit and socialize or just sit and knit the way we did. If you're a day hiker, you can come up and purchase lunch. There's also a spigot by the dining hall so you can get fresh water to fill up your bottle. Here's some evidence of the fire. There's some more of it across the way. I did want to address something that Pat, one of my viewers, brought up. I did get 2 new blisters on this hike. What works for me, Pat, is to purchase those nice, thin, soft runner's socks that are sold. They're anklets. I wore those next to my feet, and then on top of those, I wore the double fingering hiking socks I had made, and those seem to provide some extra cushion. But I'll tell you what, you need to figure out what your feet need, and you need to do it. Okay, Janet, moment of truth. We're on our way out.
Oh, so sad to leave.
We just saw 3 beautiful bucks at about the same spot we saw those grizzly bears yesterday. Same spot in the trail, just as you're starting out. It's amazing. And they were gorgeous. So the expectation today is just a kind of a slog out of here. 3,300 feet down in, what is it, 6.5 miles?
Yes.
Yeah, 6.5 miles. So it'll be a lot of downhill. We're going the short way out because we came the long way in. So let's go do this.
Look at the 2 bucks. 3 of them. There's gorgeous. Start cold, Russ. What time? Cold, start cold. Oh, so you're way up. I should be good.
Thank you.
Why did you guys show up?
Hi, guys. You're very attractive. They're like, we know. And we're waiting for our third guy. And one last time, the red line is where we hiked into the chalet. The black line went up to the glacier. This orange line is where we're hiking out to. Babies. I guess. Cute. Oh. Are we gonna run?
Am I in your shot?
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. I don't care if you're in my shot at all, Janet. You're fine. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you today?
Good.
Thank you.
We were excited to see you. So, Janet, I got to ask you what your favorite part of the trip was.
Oh.
Now, there was Gunsight Pass.
Uh-huh.
There was Lincoln Pass.
Yes.
Food at Sperry.
Ooh, that was good.
Hike to the glacier.
Hike to the glacier was excellent.
The glacier.
The glacier was impressive.
The bears.
They were exciting.
The mountain goats.
They were plentiful. My favorite was the hike along Gunsight Lake to the pass.
That was my guess.
Most spectacular.
Yep, it really was, wasn't it?
Yep.
I agree. Turn it on. And my favorite had to been seeing Sperry Glacier. I've been looking forward to that. And not just the glacier. The
whole-
view, yeah, the whole
area.
thing. The view from the glacier was just spectacular. We are almost back. We have about a little over a mile to go probably, before we reach Janet's car that she left at Lake McDonald, so we can drive out. It's been a fantastic trip. My one regret would be not spending a third night up there.
So we could collect more goat hair.
And I could knit more.
There it is. What we've been looking for. We made it. Here comes Victoria.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! The big adventure's over.
No one died. Janet's idea to come soak our feet at Lake McDonald Lodge at the lake. This is a lake we've been seeing from up above at Sperry. It's gorgeous. And do you see the smoke? No, you don't.
No smoke.
Woo. Final lunch from Sperry, PB&J. Hi, just a couple more things before I wrap this up. It's a long one. Janet was out doing some walking when we were at Sperry, and she saw a buck chasing two mountain goats. Who knows what goes on up there, right? And you guys could see the smoke had cleared off the day we came back, and it wasn't too bad while we were up there. It could have been a lot worse. But the next day after we got home, the day after, the smoke came roaring back in. It's fairly bad right now. We do have some rain in the forecast, so I'm hopeful that that'll help. And Janet, I got to show you something Janet brought up there. Yeah, hike food, right? It's not hiking food. She surprised me with this after we got up there. It's yarn. She brought a gift for me too. She camouflaged it as hiking food. It is bamboo pop sock. Oh, let me get it so you can maybe see the color. Isn't that pretty? She had been telling me about this. She said it was super soft sock yarn. She really liked it. It is 55% bamboo, 37% cotton, and 8% PBT. I should have looked that up. That's probably some kind of nylon. The colorway, it's from Universal Yarn Inc. The colorway is color 406 Florals. I think that's going to be really pretty. I plan on knitting myself a pair of anklet hiking socks. I'll probably use a size 0 on this. I think that'll be really pretty. That was a great surprise from her. She gave that to me our last day up there. Okay, I just want to also thank Janet because we tried to figure out who deserved the credit for this trip. Janet was like, "You suggested it," and I was like, "No, you suggested it." I remember, the way I remember it is she said if she managed to get a reservation at Sperry, would I hike up with her the long way? And I said, yes, I would. I think she remembers it the opposite, but it worked out really great. Oh, and I also want to thank Janet for all the great pictures she took with that GoPro she fought with so hard. Those pictures were fantastic. I'll tell you, the real GoPro pictures are a lot nicer than my knockoff GoPro pictures. And she did a great job. She let me include a bunch of those pictures. She let me have it, whatever I wanted, and it really added a lot to this episode. So that was really, really nice. So I just want to remind everybody where you can find me. I'm on Ravelry as Victoria Jean. I'm on Instagram as Victoria Jean W. Or you can email me at vjwilliams54@gmail.com. And all the links to whatever will be below the podcast episode as usual, or in my Ravelry group on Ravelry. Thanks everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope I see you next time. Goodbye from Northwest Montana.